All right, everyone, it's time for a garden update. First and foremost, look at this stake. How beautiful it is. That's the old garden corner. This is where the new corner is going to be. All this is going to be inside of the garden. And that stake out there, that's going to connect roughly to it. So you see line of sight. That'll be roughly where it lines up. Not 100% plumb. Plumb enough. Doesn't really matter. Rotary composter. That's got some shit in it already. You just give it a spin once in a while. That's fine. 350 some odd pounds of biochar. I already weighed one of the containers, so that's roughly a guesstimate of how much it is. Got your Viking bed here. No, this is the garlic bed, sorry. This bed got redug a little bit, cleaned up a bit, now that the thaw is here. Viking bed. Square this off, extend it a little bit, probably to here or thereabouts. This is nice soft soil here. It'll be easy to maul up. That'll be for potatoes, probably 4 or 5 rows. And or I'm thinking about the possibility of putting the corn and bean mix in here and having the potatoes out here. You can see all the way to that stake. That's also going to be in the garden. This area's had more bricks excavated. There's chamomile in there and shit. Still a lot of work to do. These are new beds, yes indeed, both done today. This one was amended, this one awaiting amendment. I'm gonna wait till it dries out a little bit to see sort of what it needs, actually. And also the garden will be expanded out that way, a couple of feet as well. It'll be interesting. By the way, my artillery sword, just got that today. Argentina, 1909. Got that for a Javier Milei's victory. But then this corner is going to be expanded out. There'll be another unbordered garden there. I'm thinking probably roughly about this size, a second bed like that, and then 2 more of them there. And then this one will get expanded, and as this gets pushed out, there'll be 2 more beds about this size on that side. And so it's going to be much, much larger than it was in the past. It's going to be enormous. And I've decided that for the herb bed here, I may just put basil in it. Like literally nothing but a huge patch of basil, because I got a bunch of seedlings. And I love basil. I put it in pretty much everything. Put it in the grilled cheese. Put it in a soup. Put it in a salad. Dry it and do whatever the fuck you want with it. You can see there's some garlic that's pushing up there. That's not grass. That's all just garlic. All those little green shoots you see, that's a huge chunk of garlic there. Insurmountable amounts of garlic, infinite garlic. And just think, once I do the James Brown dance on a tarpaulin with this stuff, and then put it in and charge it, that's going to be a lot of carbon. By the way, to all you hippie environmentalists out there, I'm sequestering 350 some odd pounds of charcoal. This would otherwise be virtually purely CO2. In the garden to make the plants grow bigger, make the soil better, make the worms happier, and sequester it in the soil for, I don't know, possibly the next 200 years. What are you doing, you NIMBYists? Yeah, not much, I guess. Complaining about needing more taxes. By the way, there was a catnip plant. That was on the edge of one of the outer beds. I decided to just transplant it there. It will get colder tonight. I don't know if that'll take. If it doesn't, that's fine. There will be more coming up. I know that this isn't 100% straight. I'm not a stickler when it comes to that. I don't mind having a little bit of a rustic appeal in the garden. And just look at that. It's like a little city of bricks. Those bricks are as old as this fucking artillery sword, by the way. These are part of an old dam that used to be out and back. And when I was 15 and 16, before Hurricane Irene, these bricks were freely available. Other than these ones are rumble bricks. All of these more rustic-looking ones, they're 100 years old, and they were part of a dam and spillway system. And that got wrecked, and they abandoned it. They made a new one, but they left all the bricks there. And there were big concrete slabs. There are still a couple of old dynamos or generators or something that are probably about 10 feet under the ground after Irene. I saw them when the water level was lower. There was a huge compartment. It was, well, probably twice this size. It was open, and there was some sort of a mechanical system in there with pipes and valves and shit. If you lifted it out, it'd probably be worth a lot of money. It's buried up there in the woods somewhere. And unfortunately, I can't find the exact spot because it was covered in so much sediment. Anyway, I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to plant in these beds. But there should be 4 of these, and each one, that's good for a couple of rows of smaller plants with some fruiting plants in the middle, or a couple of staggered fruiting plants and then little bunches of herbs or something. This one will probably be collards, but I'm not 100% sure. And we've got the herbs, the potatoes, the corn and peas, the garlic. This bed is probably going to be 2 rows of carrots with tomato. There will be an identical one out there. That'll be 2 rows of beets with peppers. There will be another identical bed roughly here. I'm not sure. Eggplant probably in the middle. I've got some seedlings coming up. And don't worry, a couple of days I'll give a seedling update, and that'll be fun. And then there will be a central bed here, a fairly large one. That won't be bordered with brick or anything, and that'll just be for flowers and stuff like that. And then here, as I stated before, we're going to put in a log. I'm going to sit and think on that log. I'm just going to sit there and look at the plants and zone out and not have any electronics on me and say, fuck the whole world. And that's my biggest goal in life at the moment. So yeah. Lots of progress for one day. That's about all. Peace out.